Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I forgot my name. And where am I? And how long have I been here?
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
We have reviewed more than 500 indie movies on the channel, and once a month we let all of our awesome patrons and members decide which movie we should watch and review next. Right now, our supporters can still vote which one of these Raj Kapoor classics we should tackle next. The winner of the last poll, which was all about Mammootty movies, was the 2024 Malayalam language folk horror movie Bramayugam, The Age of Madness. It was written and directed by Rahul Sadasivan. It was released in February and it was actually quite a success, I think. And yeah, Buddymeister, what is the movie all about and who's in it besides megastar Mammootty?
It's starring Mammootty.
Yeah, okay.
Arjun Ashokan and Siddharth Bharatan. And well, the movie is based on, or inspired based on South Indian myths and folklore. And it's about Tevan.
Yeah. Is that the name of
Tevan? I'm forgetting things already.
Yeah.
So
by the way, I have watched this movie like 2 weeks ago, maybe even longer. But then, we wanted to record, but
I watched it 2 days ago.
Yeah, and you already
3
forget?
days ago. No,
Apparently.
I just wanted to make a joke because forgetting and
I completely spoiled it. Okay, got it. It was just too complicated of a joke.
Escaping battle or slavery, Tevan, a folk singer of the Panan caste, enters an ancient mansion and meets the mysterious master Kodumon Poti and his cook.
Yeah, and it's a period movie.
Yeah,
so it's
17th century.
Exactly, so many
in North
many
Malabar.
Years in where?
North Malabar, so it's South India, the region is Malabar.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I have to say I was surprised by this one. I was actually positively surprised because, this is a movie that people told us about that we have to watch. It's another great Mammootty movie. Mammootty is really on a roll. Recently, we just watched and review Kartal, Decor.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was also pretty good.
Yeah.
He's an actor already in his 70s?
Man.
No, I think he's 71.
71.
Yeah, Mohanlal is like 10 years younger,
Okay.
but I think Mammootty is already in his 70s. And he's still tackling these roles that are very different, and he's not afraid to really give it his all, give it his best. And I knew that people loved this movie, but there were also some reviews that said it's a little bit maybe boring or maybe a little bit full of itself. And I watched it and I have to say that I really enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah.
I have some minor issues with it, but overall I was really immersed in its dense atmosphere. I thought Mammootty was great, but that I was expecting, but I didn't expect the movie itself to be that good. I thought, maybe this is a great performance by Mammootty, but the movie itself, we will see.
Yeah.
So you liked it too?
Yes, it's a fantastic movie, and I'm not sure how many 2024 releases I have seen. Maybe not one, but I think this is my favorite movie of this year so far. I really thought this was an awesome movie. So again, this was a movie I knew the poster and knew some pictures I have seen. I thought, okay, maybe this is some a sinister, dark movie, but I didn't know it's a horror movie or that it's based on folklore and myths and fantasy and all this stuff. So I went in it quite not knowing what it's about. So this was really, I don't know. The movie starts and the beginning is so great, and we just like a few minutes ago we recorded a song reaction where we talked about your and my love credits that like are special, that like are prolonged, and the credits when like Mammootty is introduced and the credits of this movie are shown on screen are freaking awesome. It's like in a monster movie from the 30s or something, like this in this black and white. It's I mean, this is a great movie. The story in itself, and like you said, there are some like minor things that I didn't like, but it's not like I really didn't like them, that like were kind of sticking out, where I thought, oh, maybe they could have done more with that.
Yeah.
But how they took like this not new story, this haunted mansion story, and like just made it into something that great, mainly because of the way it's shot and this black and white.
Yeah.
And the actors, it's just great. Yeah.
Yeah, the black and white cinematography, which was done by
Shenat Jalal.
All right. It's pretty good, pretty great for the most part.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. But I also have to say, sometimes it felt to me as if it was just shot in color and then just desaturated. Sometimes I thought it had a little bit too much of a digital look.
Okay.
Because it obviously was shot digitally. And sometimes it was a little bit too maybe grayish. So there were a little bit too many details. It was just shot in a way where I thought, there's... I would prefer more clarity, more contrast, more, I don't know, expressiveness. It was just like, we filmed something and then desaturated it. And not throughout, but some shots for sure. And also maybe it will have a better effect in the cinema. I watched it at night, so with all the lights switched off, but still there was some kind of grayish effect to this one, but maybe also because of the streaming service. The movie reminded me of two other Indian movies, and I think one of them you can definitely guess.
Come on now. I'm blanking. Say it.
Tumbat?
Yes, of course, Tumbat.
Tumbat, because I think Tumbat is probably both of our favorite Indian horror movies. And one of our favorite Indian movies overall. Fantastic film. And the other one is the Adur Gopalakrishnan parallel cinema drama Vidayan. Because of the Mammootty figure, this tyrant who's in total control.
This, master and slave, slave and master like dynamic.
Exactly. So these two movies came to mind. Also the music is pretty good in this one. The music was composed by Christo Xavier. Unfortunately, there were no subtitles for the 2-3 songs in there.
Which were really nice. The songs were
but nice, the songs were really nice, and the background music was very moody and great for creating this atmosphere.
The score also had like this Tumbat feel to it, very, very dark. It also had like this feel of like American or Canadian post-rock. It has like this feel of like this prolonged instrumental sequences, especially in like 2 or 3 very special scenes. Like the first one is when Mammootty appears for the first time and we get the credits. And there's another one where Tevan is like talking or pleading to his master, and it's another great scene. Like there are 2 or 3 like of these scenes where like get like punched in the face.
I think you mean the montages probably, because there are 2 or 3 montages where the editing is really crisp and the music works and everything really clicks. Also worth mentioning, this is like almost like a chamber play. We only have like 3 characters. I mean, in total there are 5 characters. There's this just one woman, this forest spirit.
A yakshi.
Then we have another guy at the very beginning, but he falls for the yakshi, and then he's history. And then of course our main protagonist, the antagonist played by Mammootty, and the other guy who is a cook at the mansion. And the whole movie is basically just 3 characters: the main protagonist, the cook, and Mammootty. And this big mystery, what's going on at that mansion, and it's pretty clear that Mammootty is a bad guy.
Yeah,
that's obvious from the get-go, also because of the power structure. And
the thing is, like, this mansion is we were only like 2 or 3 rooms in this mansion and some corridors, but the thing is how it's introduced and how they talk about it. It's kind of great that and you have the feel, so you get the feel that this is kind of a huge labyrinth, because sometimes you get these shots that show a corridor where I'm not sure if it's really a corridor or like just an image that they painted. It sometimes looks like it. So you get the feel of, okay, there's some underground chamber, there's a south wing that we don't know, there's like something in the ceiling, there's something, and it works that you get this feeling of this big labyrinth where you can't get out.
And what helps is definitely also the sound editing.
Yeah.
Because there are some scenes where you can hear something but don't see it, like some chains rattling, and it's really powerful, and you really get a claustrophobic feeling in moments like that. This is it's a horror movie, but this might sound strange, but maybe I'm just too old. But I'm not really that scared anymore when I watch horror movies.
Yeah.
Maybe there are a few that can still get to me.
Yeah, but it's not a shocker. This movie is not a shocker.
Yeah, it's not really a shocker. Yeah. There are just like 1 or 2 jump scares, and that's great because jump scares are oftentimes just very cheap.
Yeah.
And this is more about atmosphere. But what I got from this movie is like kind of a cozy feeling. Like, it felt great just to be in this dark, sinister place, and also maybe because it's a movie that I'm watching and this poor guy can't escape, but I'm just watching it on my couch, and I enjoy the cinematography, I enjoy the sinister performance by Mammootty, and I'm just having fun with it. So
I mean, I didn't feel like cozy, but I guess I know what you mean, which also like hails from that aspect which I just mentioned, that they kind of make they make this mansion something that you get to know this mansion, you get to know the people in it, you get to know the rooms, even if you don't know where everything is, you get the feel for it, especially because like when it's raining outside, you get this like cozy feeling of course, like it's dripping here or there. But there is like this one place where they can swim underneath the roof, which is like so great. It looks so nice. But I didn't feel cozy because I wasn't scared either. But I thought the atmosphere is really kind of dreadful, but also it has this it's poetic. And it's also calm in a way. Maybe your cozy is my calming in a way, because
when it's raining,
time stands still in this place, kind of, which also is like one of the things that kind of really happens in this place, that you kind of lose yourself and forget things, and you don't know how long you're there already.
I really love that idea that time is standing still, and people have no idea how long they're already there, and they don't remember their names after time has passed. And then when it starts to rain, they are saying something like, the last time it rained for like years or something like that. And that's just such a cool concept. And before I get to my criticisms, we should maybe talk about Mammootty just a little bit. Obviously, he's pretty fantastic.
I mean, he really embraces this villain role, and like I said a few times, of course Mammootty can like play all kinds of roles, but he has his face has everything you need if you want to play a villain, if you want to play a dark, sinister character.
Definitely. And he's just
it's like similar to Jack Nicholson, who has like this in a way similar, because
with the grin and the charisma and the voice and just like we said earlier, just a wonderful introduction to the character. Just great.
But I also have to say that, like, of course, the other 2 actors, Arjun Ashoka and Siddharth Bharatan, are also great in doing their part, and I liked how the dynamic between the characters, because at first I didn't know like what the cook really is all about.
Yeah.
I thought, is he trying to like warn Tevan? Is he trying to save him? Is he maybe jealous? At the beginning, I was thinking maybe the cook and the master had some kind of like connection that the cook is now jealous that the master is like putting all his attention on Tevan now. So it's kind of nice. There's little tweaks in the story that make this like normal story something interesting.
Yeah. Towards the end, I wasn't so sure if I liked how much the focus shifted towards the cook, and I felt our main protagonist was pushed a little bit too much into the background, and I think we don't want to spoil the ending, so don't talk about that. But I felt like I don't know because with the cook, I don't spoil it, but there's a big reveal towards the end with the cook. And I felt that was a little bit, it comes a little bit out of nowhere. And for me, it didn't make that much sense because when you live at that place, you don't remember stuff and you have no idea who you are anymore.
That's true.
And then all of a sudden there's this big reveal and
he remembers everything.
And he remembers stuff and there's a plan. And I thought, but how is that possible in that place? That was a little bit, it came a little bit too much out of nowhere and was like, I don't know.
I know what you mean. I think you're right. But there is also like, because I was also thinking there is like a change of pace and a change of directions like in the second half of this movie. So some things are revealed in the middle of the movie, where we also have the intermission more or less, and the second half is like more, I would say, aggressive. The second part is more aggressive, and there is like a small flashback in between, in like a comic style flashback, where the cook is like explaining everything that happens in this house. And I was thinking, why does this guy know everything? But of course, like if we get to the ending, some things make more sense, but that doesn't like help the argument that you just said, because it still is like a bit weird.
Because we have
things
rules, and then
there
all
are
of a
some
sudden,
like we get different parts of the puzzle, but they're all cool and they're all stylish, but they don't like fit perfectly.
But what I really enjoyed in the whole finale was all the effects with the house, with the walls coming,
it's like a ghost train
getting
ride,
closer. It was like an amusement park, and really just fun. And I imagine watching this on the big screen must have been really, really cool. And I really liked all that stuff. Again, not spoiling anything, but the very end reminded me a little bit of Mel Gibson's Apocalypto.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I've written down.
Totally.
But
I think it goes also back to the beginning because they are on the
they're on the run.
And so that makes sense.
Another thing that fits to what I just said about like maybe they just put it in there because it's stylish is this woman's spirit, the yakshi, because it's part of the like first 5 minutes of this movie, and it's a great introduction, and you want to know what's this world all about, but it doesn't make that much sense, and they don't talk about it. She appears one more time in the movie, but nothing is explained. I don't need everything to be explained, and this movie leaves quite a lot of things unexplained, but that's fine because it's just about this like mystery haunted house, and so it's more about the atmosphere, and that really, really works. But this is really an aspect where I thought, maybe why?
I was
cool, but
when the movie was over, I was wondering myself, why was the Yakshi there? What was her connection to Mammootty's character? But then I read on Wikipedia just about the Yakshi, and I think we are not from Kerala, we are not a Malayali audience, and I think for them it's just all part of these folk horror tales, and just different elements
mashed together,
and I think it's fine, but for me it was like, who's that character, and is there an explanation, and what is she doing with Mammootty? So I was there more from a classic storytelling perspective, how does this fit together? But I think it's totally fine, like all these folk horror elements put together.
It absolutely is fine. Nothing, not one of these aspects that I mentioned that I didn't like. I really didn't care. I really didn't care. The good stuff is just so good.
And there was also a moment that I was happy that it was in there. when our protagonist tries to escape and he just can't. It's made clear that he's not able to. Because I was wondering at the beginning, come on, just run away.
Yeah.
Go, leave that place. Because that's always, if something is haunted, you as the audience ask yourself, why don't they just leave? But there's an explanation here, and I think it was very effective.
And that's also something I really, this tiny little thing that I really like when I see this in movies is like this character can't leave a place, or like character tries to leave and suddenly he's back at the beginning again. Like they are like in, I think what's the movie called? Identity with John Cusack. He's like leaving this hotel and he thinks he's back, but then he opens the door and he's back at the hotel or something. I love that trick stuff. The movie, I don't care.
It's not that great, but Identity, now that I think about it, is actually like the perfect movie to get an Indian remake. Because it's so much about twists and turns, and maybe there is, I don't know, but it's just...
But talking about twists and turns, I think what Bramayugam is also doing right is that there aren't like that big... There are some revelations in there, and twists are here and there, but the ones they do like in a nice and witty or like way that it's not like too much out there. You think, obviously this, obviously that. There are some like little scenes there, 2 or 3, where I thought, well, maybe I already expected that, but it still works.
Yeah. So, what would you say in German about Bramayugam?
The
Age of Madness. Die Zeit des Wahnsinns.
Die Zeit des Wahnsinns. Bramayugam ist ein beeindruckender Folklore-Horrorfilm, der sich mit seinen poetischen und unglaublich atmosphärischen Schwarz-Weiß-Bildern genügend Zeit lässt, um seine Geschichte eindringlich zu erzählen. Das intensive Spiel der Darsteller tut dabei sein Übriges.
Very nice. Bramayugam ist ein verdammt atmosphärischer Folk-Horrorfilm, der uns mitnimmt in eine ganz düstere Zeit Keralas und nicht nur mit Mammootty in der Hauptrolle zu glänzen vermag. But still, with my
I don't care anymore.
No, but it was really nice. Just really nice. And I give Bramayugam 8 out of 10. It's more like 7.8, but I don't do that.
Ooh, so what did you change just now?
Initially it was 7.6, but now after our discussion I go 0.2 higher.
So I'm also changing.
What?
I don't care anymore.
It's 10 out of 10.
No, I'm giving this movie 9 out of 10. It's more like 8.6, but I don't do that either. No. It was 8.4 before, but now it's 9 out of 10.
We talked ourselves into it.
Yeah. So I'm just seeing that there's one trivia that I wanted to like talk about during the review, but missed it. The game of Pakida, the game of dice that they're playing, is kind of a version of so in America and like in I think Great Britain they're playing Parcheesi with Parcheesi. You can even like see some connection there, but it's probably I'm completely sure, but it's probably some kind of Mensch ärgere dich nicht in German.
Yes.
And now to the real trivia, which is not as good. Did you know that Kuti Chatan, the goblin-like entity that plays a role in Bramayugam, serves as the protagonist in the very first Indian 3D movie, My Dear Kuti Chatan?
No, I didn't know, but I knew the title of that movie because we got it recommended to us because it was the first 3D movie. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, not that bad.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, all right. You can find us, follow us, and support us on patreon.com/thejimmycage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
And if you want to get some notifications, get
some random notifications.
If you want to get some notifications about the channel, new videos uploaded, new song reaction, new review, just click the bell. I'm not sure why I'm doing this cool thing always. It's like, just click the bell if you want to get updates.